Okay, so welcome to the Qt session of the today. If you want to join to the Hangout to see the events URL on the IRC or in the event details, and if you have any questions, type them on the IRC with the question prefix. This session is not so much about planning things, but more about getting info if there's like questions or interest related to what the Qt will look like in the 1604 LTS. The reason for not planning anything specifically is that Qt 5.5 is like well going and very much planned to have, and that Qt 5.6 is a bit too far away to like discuss much at this point. But first, I'd like to announce that as of today, there is a PPA for Qt 5.5. Actually, there has been a PPA for a long time, but as of today, it's available for xenial as much as that you can run both Unity 8 and KDE on xenial on Qt 5.5.1. So there should be enough packages for that. At the moment, it seems that on the phone there is some generic xenial problem. So I couldn't actually flash a xenial image and write Qt 5.5, but I had these same packages built for Wiley 2 weeks ago already, and everything worked. So as soon as someone figures out why my Mako is displaying just a Google logo on xenial, I can go ahead and look at Qt 5.5 there again. So there's the announcements part. So Qt 5.5 is definitely going to be in 1604 LTS. It has been actually 8.5 months in the making already. So I started with 5.5 alpha in March for Vivid. And back then I was already running the alpha version on the phone. But as things go, it's not so fast to update to a new Qt version. And there was like some time that it was not usable for Unity 8 for various reasons. And the more that it got tested, the more problems surfaced. And now it's again looking better with Qt 5.5.1. There were some critical fixes in the .1 version, and then we have also some commits from the 5.5 branch post that release. So it's taking time both because of the scope and also because of priorities. So for Ubuntu developers, the priority one is always the stable phone image, which is currently running Vivid with overlay PPA added, and therefore, like getting any quick work to be done is always a bit hard. 5.5 or internal newer Qt versions are clearly a high interest for me, even if it's not priority one. So I try to get as far as I can on my own. But now, as said, it's looking good with 5.5.1, but there's still some way to go. An interesting trend is that the 5.5 has been the first Qt version that I haven't had that much requests for. With 5.2, it was like everything is broken before we switched to 5.2, and 5.3 and 5.4 all brought like important features and like large scale fixes that we really wanted in. So we started the Ubuntu phone effort with 5.3 and then quite fast switched to 5.4 where we are now. But with 5.5, people are mainly interested in Qt3D, or that's what I have so far heard about most. It's still test preview, but together with Debian, we have been packaging it up, and it's ready for preview kind of use. So it will definitely change later on. So your applications may need redoing, but if you want to start playing around developing, then you can try it out. Other thing is GStreamer 1.0 finally. It's about time to get rid of 0.10 in 1604 LTS, so it's useful to get 5.5 in. Let's take a question in this part. Yeah, so Michael Hall is asking that 5 years is a long time to stay on the same version of Qt, and asking if there has been any discussion of adding it to the list of things we will upgrade in LTS point releases without using a PPA. There hasn't been much like discussion on that, mainly because Qt 5, for example, at the moment Qt 5.4 is serving as well. So, and our developers are really busy creating new features and fixing bugs and so on. So, for example, it has been mentioned that it would be nice to eventually have Qt 5.5 for the current phone users, backported to be with PPA, but even that is a long haul at the moment. But certainly, I think for the LTS, it's useful to discuss if we could at least get like the, for example, if we stay on Qt 5.5, that if we at least could get updates to the 5.5 from upstream, not just like single bug fixes. Yeah, for desktops. So not just like single bug fixes, but the point releases of Qt and also, yeah, like the whole releases instead of individual bug fixes. But yeah, I will put a note in the Etherpad whenever I find it. But to try to summarize, I think it's unrealistic to upgrade to newer Qt version via in like full updates, because every big Qt versions tends to have slight changes and it might be too risky for an SRU. Okay, I will come back to the next questions soon. Let me check first, because I was thinking about talking about them anyway. So 5.6, yes, absolutely. So Qt 5.6 is the first upstream LTS version Qt is going to do. And that would be obviously very good for 1604 LTS. The only problem is scheduling and these mentioned priorities. And on the schedule side, in an ideal world, Qt 5.6 would have been released last month in October. But Qt 5.4 and 5.5 were both late by up to 2 months or so. So they decided to not even try to rush 5.6, the LTS version, but they have currently planned it for December. The beta for 5.6 is already, I think, 2 weeks late. So it's probably safe to say that we can start on the final 5.6 version before January. And that's slightly difficult for Ubuntu LTS. Also, like for me, thinking about 5.6 is a bit premature because we don't have the 5.5 yet. But that said, I will definitely, as soon as we can land Qt 5.5, which I think is still maybe 3 weeks away or something like that. As soon as it's done, I will start packaging 5.6 betas, release candidates, and everything to PPA immediately. And I will continue to do that. But like based on the history we have had, it's often that the .0 version of Qt is not without patching it up. It's not suitable for landing to Ubuntu without having regressors on the phone, which we then can't accept. Then Qt 5.6.1 release is probably like February, March, even April thing. And that's of course late. But yeah, it would be really nice to have 5.6 so LTS in LTS, and then we could like ship Qt 5.6.2.3.4 to the Ubuntu point releases, but it's hard to commit to that since it depends on so many things. Some things are like the Mer client plugin for Qt was upstream to Qt 5.6, so we would need people to go like do the migration of the current in Ubuntu only Mer plugin to the upstream plugin, and well, whatever it happens to require. Let me catch up on the discussion now. Yeah, the new SRE procedure. Yeah, the backporting stuff needs to be looked into. Even one option could be that if 5.6 eventually is brilliant, we could upgrade from 5.5 to 5.6. It's clear that the changes in Qt are getting less like radical as the Qt 5 gets more mature, but like you never know. Yeah, there is a hard to spell IRC person mentioning that we could start shipping the beta, but the thought is that the current policy is that we can't land anything to the archives if it has non-zero amount of regressions. So until then it will live into PPA, and we have had the Qt 5.5 in a PPA for like 8 months, like I mentioned, because it is not regression free. Currently, talking about 5.5 still, because we still haven't done that yet. There is a API transition. So we upstreamed for Qt 5.6 to Qt Multimedia audio role API, but we started using already a previous version of that. And when it was upstreamed, which is of course the wrong way to do it, to use first and upstream second, but we needed it earlier. So the API changed, and we are doing a transition for that. And it's intertwined with like other transitions to stable image users. So that's why I said that maybe 3 weeks still for Qt 5.5, because that among else will take some time before it's like a no-op rebuild into PPA. But that's now well planned, so I'm not worried about the audio role API. But there is at least one networking related bug open that I haven't found a reason for. It should be investigated. I might need help. And that's a bit what I'm worried about, because I don't know how big can of worms that is. Then there is that all the 70 bugs or so have all been filed by me. So, and all the testing, or most of the testing has been done by me. So when we have handled these 2 current items with 5.5, I will give the PPA to QA. And then QA will break it more and probably file more bugs. For the bug link, just open for anything Qt related, open the wiki.ubuntu.com/tuts/Qt testing link. From there, you can, for example, find all Qt 5.5 specific bugs, 2 links, one for everything filed, which is at 64, and one for open ones, which is at 18. That's not really true. Many of the in-progress bugs have been actually fixed, but they are not marked as fixed because obviously the fixes are in the PPA only at the moment. But looking at that, the 2 things, the audio role APA transition, and well, there's the weather app. It's filed under weather app, but it's the network related problem. Others I'm not worried about at the moment. And yeah, community can help landing Qt 5.5. Currently, most of the bugs have been fixed, but like especially testing and filing new bugs is very, very valid. So whenever the xenial landing is working in the first place, please try out the Qt 5.5 PPA and compare to how the xenial looks without the PPA. If you find anything that's like more broken with the PPA, then file immediately a bug. The more bugs we have, the better. The only problem is that many things are slightly broken in xenial at the moment in general, so you need to really compare if the brokenness is due to the PPA or not. But when I have been testing, there was like camera was not working, videos were not playing, but those all have been fixed now. So testing and filing bugs is the priority number 1 helping at the moment, since we don't have that many bugs open that we need help with. Debugging the weather app network error thing would be very valuable, of course, if someone tries to wants to try to debug it if it's an armor related or something. Yeah, internet is happy again. It's the official cute cat. So 5.5, hopefully during November, and immediately after that there will be a 5.6 PPA of whatever pre-release version there is available. And if by any means possible, we will want to have 5.6 LTS in 1604 LTS. There is also one other option if it seems that the Qt 5.6 is taking, well, that it won't land. If there is some module like Qt Multimedia or something that we want to have as version 5.6, some options are available. Some of the core modules like Qt Base and Qt Declarative can't be like upgraded independently. They are too, well, there's even a runtime check to check the error out on the versions. But I think Qt Multimedia can be updated. For example, here on the yellow phone, I think they now have Qt 5.2 and the Qt Multimedia from Qt 5.5, because the Qt 5.5 multimedia component has the GStreamer 1.0 porting. And that, by the way, Yola is a good example of how it's a bit hard to upgrade Qt when your whole platform, well, not platform, but like UX and the app ecosystem is based on it. So they are still using Qt 5.2. We are at least at the moment on Qt 5.4, but the more that we have users and apps, the more difficult it becomes to just say, hey, Timo, where is the new Qt? But let's do our best. For the Qt release schedule in general, they are planning to get back on track on the April-October schedule with Qt 5.7. So they plan to have a shorter cycle for the Qt 5.7, but obviously that won't help us anymore at that point. In addition to, yeah, thanks VTMT for testing, about no use trying to flash xenial image at the moment. I will need to ask Lucas and others what's up there, but I didn't get it working at the moment at all. but as soon as it works, feel free to test. So in addition to possibility of backporting some components, or not backporting, but simply compiling a newer Qt version of some components, we can also backport certain features. So as mentioned, we actually have already backported the audio role support that we upstreamed, and we also upstreamed our playlist support, QML playlist support, and we first upstreamed it to 5.6, and we have now backported it to both 5.4 and 5.5. So we have features from 5.6 already, and then there is also Albert's asynchronous image loading patch. And there is, oh, you are on xenial, and it works. Good for you. It didn't for me. Albert is asking, for the phone, have we investigated in having two sets of Qt available so that the old apps don't break, but the new apps can use newer Qts? We have discussed it, but like it has very bad consequences on the like image sizes and the amount of phone storage used, and there might be technical complexities involved. Like if the, for example, Mir is using older Qt and then something else is using newer Qt, does it like play or not? But like in theory, yeah, we could modify packaging to install the Qt version in a like version specific directory, and have two Qt user configurations or something to use them. But as said, it has downsides, and it would be potentially a lot of work, and then we would need to fork everything from Debian, all the packages. At the moment, we have a very tight syncing process with Debian. So if I have something, I commit them to Debian. And for, I think, 10 modules or even more of the Qt, they are direct copies from Debian at the moment, so we don't have any Ubuntu-specific changes. And that's very ideal. Two Qt versions would be nice, but I think the storage question might rule it out. But yes, it can be again raised up if needed. Okay. Let's see my random notes in two different places. Okay. I listened to the Ubuntu session yesterday. Oh, well, I skipped through a bit, but I didn't hear them asking for Qt 5. Well, newer Qt versions and such, but I know they are doing test rebuilds against 5.5. They are happy 5.5 users. So, but if Ubuntu, if you really want 5.6, it's useful to mention that, and then we try to please everyone. And well, 5.6 would be the best option, of course, but as mentioned, it's not as simple as that always. By the way, there is now a permanent PPA for Wiley users who want to try out Qt 5.5 on Wiley. Okay, thanks. Yeah, it was clarified already. You need 5.5, but yeah, that's not the question. If you need 5.6, then we need to discuss. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so for Wiley, there is a 5.5 PPA. I moved packages today to a more permanent location. So see the wiki page if you want to run 5.5 on Wiley. I know, for example, there are certain multi-monitor problems with 5.4. There might be even some with 5.5.1 still, but if you have such, you may want to try out the Wiley PPA. It's not going to be updated really anymore, but it's usable for both desktop and phone and KDE and immediate. So here's everything I had. Do you have any questions? I will wait a little while because the IRC or the YouTube feed might be lagging. Okay, if no questions, then I will thank you, and let's continue on landing 5.5 as soon as possible. See you in the other sessions. Bye.